Halftime states as we approach the end of the season. Bowl positioning, playoff spots, all on the table, but only if we find a way to win. Welcome to the home of the Colorado Buffaloes, Boulder, Colorado. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Colorado Buffaloes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Gamecocks will put total leather to crank us up. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Give to the running back. Look out, he's got room. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll put in play from the 41 on first down. The offense changing the play. Lewis wants to pass. Zings it complete to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Second down, they'll go to the air. It's complete to the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Caught behind the line. It's Hussein. There he goes. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
I
love offensive coordinators. They're not afraid to be aggressive early in games. And how about that? Dialing up a shot right away in the first series, trying to seize the momentum.
And the Buffaloes had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. The give to the back. Can't get him to the ground. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Motion from the wideout. The give. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Lewis to throw. Touchdown, Buffaloes! Fit it in the window for the score.
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a team to start this game off.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Savage. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly to the tight end. Breaks into the open. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
Here's the pressure. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
The Gamecocks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Here's a heat. Makes the catch. It's Clark. Still on his feet at the 45. Got a lot of room to the right. 10. Touchdown, Gamecocks. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took took him right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
The give to the back. Stopped almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running a football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
These offensive scripts on both sides have been masterpieces as they are going up and down the field in the 1st. Lewis wants to pass. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the 1st.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Bellamy. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Man, that is how you bring the wood. Great job by the defense. He only gets a yard, and he makes him pay for it with a nice physical tackle.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll give it to the back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. They fought to a standstill in the 1st. Let's see who gets the edge early in the 2nd. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And the Buffaloes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Might be changing the route. Lewis to throw. Fires toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Pulls it in. It's Clark. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15.
After 36. And that's good enough for a first down.
They came out humming on this drive, and now it's first down from the 36. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in early to his quarterback, knowing that his players were going to be able to execute.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Hey, QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Great job by the defense not falling asleep on that play. Like, you're right there in that fringe area, this part of the field where offenses will get a little bit aggressive and try to throw the football because they kind of think the field's shrinking. It's harder to run. Nice job staying on it, staying disciplined, and executing by this.
Hits him in stride inside the 10. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Looking for a man. It's Gentry. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? They just keep firing. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Harrison. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. On the run, it's Bellamy. Jukes his way for more. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Buffaloes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground. He gets north fast.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on first and 10. Lewis wants to pass. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
Behind the chains now on second and long. From the gun, running back gets the gift. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Now facing a third and long. Gets the back moving. Quarterback may change this route. On third down, he drops the throw. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
And the returner will be knocked down. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. That keeps the running game churning. Pickup of 5 to the 23.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
And the Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Throws to the tight end. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
The Gamecocks come to the ball, trying to pick up this third and short. Looking to pass. It's Gentry. Snagged in the middle. It's Clark. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Looking to throw again. Under fire. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's third and short. Just a short pass to the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. In this defense right now, they have no answers.
Looking to throw on first down. Finds the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. it was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. And the Gamecocks with the 1st and 10. They'll move the tight end. Back to pass, it's Gentry. Swings it out to the flat. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and short.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Gamecocks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. From the gun, running back on the move. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that 1st down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
And the Gamecocks kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. This time he's got it. Turning it on. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
This offense has become a 1st down machine, and that is so demoralizing for the defense, especially for those star players that are playing tons of snaps. They're not subbing out as much. By the 4th quarter, they are going to be gassed.
The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Looking for the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, South Carolina. They'll try to add another to their lead.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Lewis to throw. Punch it out of the air. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the 2nd half, so they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last 1st down gets them a little bit of confidence.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. 1st down here for the offense. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's Hussein. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the 1st down at the 41.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive gain right away.
And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Fires left. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Fair catch will be made just inside his own 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? To the air, it's Gentry. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. From the gun, the running back has it. Got the first down. Looking for more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
After 30 over, good enough for a first down.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Buffaloes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Savage. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him, so I expect...
There he goes! Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Looking downfield, it's Gentry. Got it in the middle, it's Clark. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2 possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Fires to the big fella. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You've got to give your QB some time. You've got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Unleashes one deep. Touchdown Gamecocks! And they take it in for 6 more points. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. He has been surgical.
precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns, if you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start. It breaks into the open. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. He's got 67 yards rushing in this one and within striking distance of a 1,000-yard season. And the Buffaloes come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Makes the grab. It's Algier. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup, spotted at the 25-yard line.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. Lewis wants to pass. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. He wants to throw it again. Right on the money. This defense makes a play, stopping him well short, and it'll be 4th down from the 24. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And he'll need a little distance and to bend it just right. A 41-yarder from the left hash. No good. Couldn't find the range on the field goal, couldn't cut into the deficit, and they are still down by 21.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss-make rate, and listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
They'll try the run. Oh, he's got some space. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And the Gamecocks, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed. And he showed some of it there.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Setting up the screen. No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. That one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys. You start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. I mean, you used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big-time college football. Not good.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. There is little that warms the heart of a defender like a strip sack. Even better if you get the ball.
And I like the awareness of this defender on the play because he knew he might not actually get to the quarterback and make the hit, but he was able to still swat away, use those long arms to create the turnover.
Lewis to throw. Finds a spot in the middle. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the 1st down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the 1st down marker was. I got to go get that 1st down. Did a nice job of it.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Gets it out fast. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quickly because this has been way too easy.
The Buffaloes trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. On the option. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Colorado!
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution of the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, we've got a final to let you know about, a game happening inside the ACC today. Louisville rolled to victory. And how about that Cardinals quarterback? Remember, this is a program that produced Lamar Jackson. So to gush about a play caller there, that's saying something. Never know what can happen when 2 good teams face off. But even the most plugged-in ACC fans have to be surprised by this one, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Back to throw, it's Gentry. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Hopefully that's not going to affect the quarterback's confidence going back to this guy later. That was a catch he should have made. He dropped it. Let's see what the QB does moving forward.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking another shot there.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Gamecocks line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. He wants to change this route. Lewis wants to pass. Fires to the middle. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Looking for more room. He's at the 40. At the 20. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And we've called his name a lot, and that's interception number 6. That's 6. He just continues to find ways to find the football and make plays for this defense.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The RPO, it's complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Good job reading the defense by the quarterback on that RPO. He waited to see how the defense was going to play the run. He saw defenders bite up close to the line of scrimmage, and right away he knew he had the slant throw right in behind him.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
1st and goal, South Carolina.
We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Wide receiver going in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. From the gun, the ground game. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. He now has 74 yards on the ground in this one and now sets his sights on a 1,000-yard season. And the Buffaloes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Lewis to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Gibson. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
How crazy is it that one of the best receivers in all of college football just made his first catch in this big of a game? You've got to give the defense tons of credit. They've had a plan for him. They've limited him, and that's why they're going to win.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field to make these explosive plays, and now huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratchet. Turning it on! Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the 4th quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
To the ground. He's got it again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Nowhere to run, and down he goes after losing 6.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. To the air, it's Gentry. Hauls it in. At 45 on his way. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the 4th quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
Running back searching for a hole. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They worked that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. The give on the inside. There he goes. Got enough space. this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1.
Man, these ball carriers, they've got a lot of ability in the open field. Their ability to make people miss, but also show off the speed. You saw all of that on that play.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Arkansas needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Fayetteville behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Ole Miss. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Lewis wants to pass. The short hands, it's Algier. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Stands in and takes the hit. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
And guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. Breaks into the open. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
And this offense does it again on 3rd down. They have been so elite on 3rd down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
The give as they work on that clock. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Power football with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Third and long, and they'll need to get it close to the goal line to convert. They'll go to the ground. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Right down the boulevard. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Takes the handoff. It's Bellamy. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Well, it's a nice change-up call on offense because obviously in the fourth quarter, you're down by a bunch of points and everybody in the stadium is expecting you to throw it to get back in the game. So you dial up the run play and you get a huge gainer. Hopefully that can give this offense the momentum they need to try to scrape and claw back into this one.
There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. And the Buffaloes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Quarterback strolling away from Heath. Still on his feet at the 45. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man. Though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows.
Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Throws to the wideout. It's complete. And a sweet catch and a nice gain gets it down to the 30-yard line. The Buffaloes will snap it on 1st and 10. Lewis to throw. Rush is on him. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
A run for the quarterback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
Looking for the end zone. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
Might be calling a hot route. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Going for it all. And that pass is incomplete. They were going for the consolation touchdown, but to no avail, and that's going to do it for this one. Coming into this one, we